Hello, my sunbeams. It's been a long time, and I have no excuse other than mental health for not being here. Thank you for everybody who did not unfollow me. um, I am only, I'm back with y'all. I'm gonna be back with y'all now consistently, but the only reason that I'm doing this right now is because oh, my dumbass. I got towed to a tire place yesterday, and I went to get out of the tow truck like it was a regular ass car. I fell flat on my ass and I sprained my ankle. I'm sitting over here looking at the boot looking at me. I'm looking at my crutches over here. Like, it's not kosher. It's not good. I was just sitting here naked except for the boot, but you know, YouTube isn't that friendly. So I went ahead and put a shirt on for you. And I'm just gonna give a little life update. This is not ASMR. I'm just gonna put like life update as the title, I think. First of all, we're in my apartment. Look at that tapestry. Oh, so cute. It's from Etsy. I don't remember who I bought it from, but isn't he so marvelous? Damn, I can't get a good, well, you get the gist. I'm like living on my couch right now, so don't mind that it's dirty. But yeah, this is her. I mean, as much as you can see her, she's a loft style. Just one bed, one bath. Yeah, my table is really messy, so I was gonna show you my carpet, but I'll do that another time. So yeah, I moved into my own place like 2 months ago. It was like April 30th, and I just broke up, ended a situationship that I've been entertaining for far too long, and I just got off my period, so I'm just kind of going through it, but it's okay. I'm okay. I'm still alive, and plus, you know, it really pays to have friends, because my friends have just been so kind, like just so caring and attentive, and it's just like, honestly, stop paying attention to people who want to play with your private parts. Get some friends that you can call family, because oh my gosh. And you know, maybe make an effort, if they're worth it, to actually have a relationship with people in your family, because my good sis. Oh, I don't know what I would do without my sister. I finally finished my clinicals. I finished my clinicals last week, and they basically, I was going to school for to be a surgical tech. I don't know if I said that. I'm umming a lot, but I don't care. I'm not editing this at all. I just need a creative outlet. I've decided, since I'm just gonna be like laid up here, I'm just gonna start studying Spanish on Duolingo and studying for my certification, which is next month. So yeah, I'm only doing this because I need something before I go crazy. Let's see. Getting through school, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of what a surgical tech is. Not calling anybody dumb, but I'm assisting the surgeon. I'm setting up the table that he's gonna work off to do the surgery. So, I set up the instruments, I set up, it's called, they're called either laps, like the bigger sponges, or Ratex, they're smaller. I set up, like, all the tools, all the instruments, suction, everything that the surgeon is going to need for the surgery. And I also, like, hand him the instruments, and, like, and hold, like, if it's like an open belly case, I'll hold a retractor so that he can work inside the belly. So it's basically an associate's degree. It's a 2-year-long program, and for the first year and a half, you're just in school, and then, and you have a mock lab that you set up for surgery. You set up for surgery in our little pretend lab, and then you have 6 months of an externship. And I don't know why they call it an externship. Probably because it's not paid. Yes, girl, working for free for 6 months. But it's been a really great experience. The hospital that I'm at, everyone is very, very understanding. They're very accommodating. I'm just trying to hide my double chin, y'all. There's no reason for me to say that, but anyway, they're just very understanding and patient. Some people just don't like students. Some people just are impatient. You get a mix of everything, but I have found some real people there, y'all. I think most of this world is full of NPCs, okay? The only people that are real people to me are the people that I love. And yeah, that's just how I feel. But there might be some real people. There are some real people at that hospital. It was just very, like, very intense, I'm an anxious person. I need to stop saying that. I need to stop claiming it. I know. But the truth is, I am motherfucking anxious and sad. So, I was already very nervous because I started this when I'm 24 now. I started this when I was 21, right? Yeah. And I was supposed to have been finished. So I already have all this anxiety about, not finishing on time, and just regretting, like, wasting time, which is not a fair way to look at it, because it's just like this life is not about getting things perfect on the first try. It's just about experiencing, and I did, and I wouldn't change that experience for anything. But I have these doubts and these fears in my head, and I'm anxious, and I just thought people were going to be so rude and nitpick on things if they're not, like, specifically as the book says. But people are people, and there are nice people, there are assholes. You get a mix of everything, and it genuinely is a life-changing experience, because I didn't think I could do it at times, and it's just amazing to see the way that medicine has progressed. It's amazing to see, the little tips and tricks that people have gathered over the years. It's just an amazing place to be. But even so, I have experienced maybe one of the worst depressions of my life in these past couple months because of bills. Okay. Y'all, I got my own place, I got my own car, and it feels good. It feels really good, and I am proud of myself for doing this, but I'm not doing as well as I wish I was. I have not paid my rent on time. Whew, my goodness. I have not paid, y'all. I'm really about to expose myself, but my insurance is not gonna be paid, like, it's been really hard to do this on my own. It's been really hard to get up, and even though it is an amazing experience, I had to be at the hospital. Really, I had to be there by 7, because I need to, change into my scrubs. We have like this little morning meeting, and then we get to the first case. But, I was going late, or some days I just wasn't going, because even as amazing an opportunity as it is, I am struggling with this life. I'm struggling with money. I'm struggling with my mind. I'm struggling with time. I'm struggling with whether or not I even want to do this, because I've wanted to be in the healthcare field for a long time, but it's challenging. It's challenging. And plus, I don't even want a job. I want to be on the beach, okay? That's all I want. I just want to be on the beach, smoke a little weed. I'm so sick of alcohol, but maybe a little drinky drink. I don't know. Eat some Slim Jims. That's all I want. I don't want to work. I don't want to work, but I have to. And since I have to work, I want to do something that feels really worthwhile. And this does feel worthwhile, but it's not what I want for the rest of my life. I want to create a resort, and that takes money. Money. Man, I know everybody feels me when I say that I'm struggling with money, because it is tough times out here. But throughout all of this, I'm just really grateful, because I have never I've never had to question whether or not I'm loved. And I know a lot of people are going through this life and they're struggling with everything I'm struggling with, and they're also, lonely. And, of course, sometimes I feel lonely and sometimes I isolate myself, but I always know in the back of my mind that I am loved. I'm loved unconditionally by my sisters, by my brothers, by I say friends, but honestly, all of my friends are like family. I truly am loved. It's chilly, y'all. And I am grateful that I hit the table with my boot. I'm grateful to know that I have that love, that I have that support, and that I can just, even when times are tough, I can vent to people. I can ask people for money. If they have it, they will take care of me. And it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing to have love, the love that I have. It's so amazing. It's undescribable. It is indescribable to feel the warmth that, people have your back and people love you and people care for you. Genuinely, it was just getting so bad. I did want to, I was about to put a trigger warning, I suppose. I genuinely wanted to jump off of a bridge. I was writing my letter to my sister. I was just feeling so low, because this life, it's just an ongoing battle. Like, on the daily, it is an ongoing battle. And what really stopped me was the fact that I knew how much it would hurt my sister. I mean, of course, all of my family, but I don't know if y'all got sisters or brothers or whatever, but the bond you have with your sister, it's it's incomparable. You know, she has seen me at my worst. She has seen me at my best. She knows all of my dirty little secrets. And she still looks at me and loves me as if I am just the best thing in the world, and vice versa. And you know, I just couldn't do that to her, you know, knowing all of the other pain that she has went through in her life. So I'm here. I am alive. I am I'm just it's just wild, because, you know, last week I never would have thought that I would be here, you know, broken heart, fucked up ankle, just I mean, I knew I was going to be struggling with these bills. Excuse me. I knew that much, but it's just crazy how life turns on you. And you know, something I've been thinking a lot, I don't think the universe is a nice person. Whatever you want to call her, him, it, they, God, universe, intelligence, source, power, nature, Mother Nature, Holy Jesus, God, whatever we're going to call this thing that created us. I don't think it's nice. You know, I think humans have this very narcissistic view of the universe, that everything is like us. You know, I believe in everything. Okay, I think mermaids are real. I think vampires are real. I think aliens are real. I think we don't know shit about this world. Oh, I need to stop cussing, y'all, for you to get on me. But I think we try to put human characteristics on everything. We try to put it on animals. We try to put it on God, universe, but I don't think the universe is a nice person. I think the universe is very complicated, and I think the universe is kind, definitely kind, giving, loving, not nice. And life is not always nice. Whew, I feel like my voice is trembling a little bit. I'm just chilly, and I just don't feel like going to that AC. So yeah, I'm trying not to fight with life. You know, I feel like I have just been struggling, you know, since I was a child, man. I feel like I have been trying so hard to figure out why these things happen to me. Why is life not nice? Why? But I don't think I'm ever going to get those answers. I don't think the universe is inclined to answer my why. I feel like if I ever get a one-on-one with the universe, she's just going to look at me and be like, but you turned out okay, huh? And I want to stop questioning why. You know, I want to stop questioning, you know, why did that person cut me off? Why, like, you know, like in traffic, why can't I be with this goddamn bald man? Y'all, just don't ever be with a bald man. Okay, don't be with a bald man. And do not be with a bald man who's 10 years older than you, okay? Ugh. Like, why? You know, I'm fighting and struggling and questioning, but honestly, I just want to experience life. I want to let life happen, and I want to be grateful for all of the good and all of the ugly. I want to be calm, cool, and collected, and y'all are gonna help keep me accountable, okay? Y'all, it is July 17th. Yeah, 2026. I am 24 years old. My goals for the rest of the year, if y'all couldn't tell by this moon, oof, that looked really bad, y'all. I'm not that big, but I'm pretty big. So I want to lose weight. I want to just be active in some way every day. If it's for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, because my apartment has a little gym and a pool. So I feel like summertime is like the best time to, set a fitness goal. Because you can go for a walk at any time of the day, or go to the pool, or I have a river nearby me, and the beach is like, I'm like an hour away from the beach, so it's easier for me to achieve my goal of being active every day. Once this ankle gets better, but so I want to work on financial stability. I'm gonna try to keep the job that I have now. I just work at CVS as I'm a cashier. So I want to like stay with CVS for at least like 2 days a week, maybe 2 or 3. I'm hoping that I only work like 4 days a week at the hospital, because I can't. A job is a job, okay? Even if it's interesting, even if it's what I want to be doing, a job is a job, and I don't want to work, okay? I don't want to work. I just want to be on a beach in a hammock, okay? I'm gonna say that about a million more times, because that's what I want. I want to focus, and this should have been the first thing I said, but I really want to focus on my mind, just meditating on the daily, just being calmer, just recognizing and just allowing myself to feel my emotions, not let them take over me, not let them control me, but just acknowledge them and allow them space, so that I can just calm down, y'all, because I'm angry. Oof. I could write you a book about how angry I am, why I'm angry, who I'm angry at, what I want to do with my anger. And I take it out in small ways, I get frustrated very easily, especially like if I'm driving. Sometimes I just get attitudes and I don't want to be around anybody, or I talk to people crazy. Like I need to get my shit together for real. And this is a step towards that, because I have been wanting a YouTube channel for a really long time, and then I made it, and then I just disappeared. So yeah, catch me once a week, okay? I know I said that before. But yeah, that's really all I have. I think yeah, I'll let y'all know how I'm feeling. I will definitely be doing more ASMR, just lo-fi, old school. I mean, not that lo-fi and old school, because I bought that microphone, so I'm gonna use it. But yeah, I just don't want to complicate anything. Not my YouTube channel, not meditating, not this life. I just want to live, okay? Not survive, not just exist, not struggle. I just want to live. So yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know, I guess get back on Duolingo. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope that if y'all are struggling, that y'all have people that you can talk to, or vent to, or maybe just sit in silence with them, be alone together. I hope that y'all are choosing to not take the swan dive. And I hope that this world just gets a little bit easier for us. I am praying for me and my family and the world. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, sunbeams. I'll see you later.